guys, in IELTS test, we all rush towards the preparation. But do we even know how the score is actually calculated in the IELTS test? We aim for a desired band, an 8 band, 7 band. But do we know how many correct answers are we required to give? So the whole game is about scoring the maximum correct answers. And that is the point I have to tell you in this video, how every section score combines all together to give you the overall score. And that sectional score is basis the number of correct answers that you are getting. But yes, there's a slight difference in strategies on how your scorecard is decided for every section. And let's get started with this video. And the first section is listening test. Now guys, when you start with the listening test, you see there are 40 questions that is divided into 4 sections. Now what you have to do is you have to score the maximum right answers. The scorecard is appearing on your screen. If you say get 36 right answers, this is the desired band that you get. So for every correct answers, the desired band is listed beside it. Okay, so that is the whole game, whole criteria, how your listening test is assessed. So again, the thing boils down to maximum right answers. That is the key for this section. Let's proceed to the writing section. So when you come to writing, guys, there are a few parameters. Now this is something very important and you should hear me out carefully. There are 4 things basis which your score is determined. The first thing is grammatical accuracy. This is very important because here the examiner knows how well your foundation is for the language. So be careful about tenses, verbs, parts of speech, spellings. The second thing is the content. Your flow of ideas should match the question. If the concept is something, then your ideation, your pointer should match with this concept. The third thing, which is less important, is that vocabulary. So you have to use as many good and new words as much as possible. It is not a very important thing, but yes, if you do that, you get an advantageous marks for this. The third thing is, guys, structuring, which is how you determine the paragraphs. Is there a connect between 2 paragraphs? Whether you have divided, say, the task 2, which is essay writing, into 3 to 4 paragraphs or not. Letter writing, task 1 for general training, again requires minimum 3, maximum 4 paragraphs. So that's really important. Structuring is the whole part of writing, very important part. So these are the 4 points, guys, that you have to be careful about. And if you want to cross check, you can go to Cambridge English book and review the answers at the back. You will find that the answers, that the feedback that is given to you is basis these 4 pointers. Now coming to how it is calculated. So task 1 has less weightage, task 2 has greater weightage. The score that you get in task 1, which has less weightage, it will be multiplied by 1 by 3. And task 2 will be multiplied by 2 by 3. So this is how the fraction is, because task 1 has less weightage, 2 has more. That's why 1 by 3 and 2 by 3 is the ratio that we take. So then both the scores will be summed up and that will be your desired score for writing test. The calculation is appearing on your screen, guys. For example, say takenly, you got 6 in task 1 and you got 9 in task 2. So that makes it the desired band, which is this. So that's a, for example, it's not hard and fast that you will be getting 6 and 9 only, but it's just an example. And particularly to be noted that in writing, you do not get score more than 7.5. Very rare cases you get 8, but it will always be below 7.5 and 8, never a 9. Okay, now let's jump to the next section. In speaking part, again we have different parameters. I will outline the 4 important parameters under which all the different things fall into. So the first thing is fluency. When you are speaking, you have to be fluent with the language. There should not be many pauses, and waiting. That's one. Second is vocabulary. Now vocabulary is important here because how well you present your sentences, that is needed. How well you are using the new words which have meaning to the sentences. The third thing is grammatical accuracy again. Whether your tenses, whether your verbs, nouns, they are matching with the what you are saying. Are they correct? If you are speaking in present, are you using the present tense? So all these parts fall into grammatical accuracy. And the last thing is pronunciation. It is sometimes seen that people just ratify the words. So here you should know the correct pronunciation. If I'm saying very, it should be very. It should not be very. So, it makes sense, right? If I'm saying laptop, it should not be laptop. So be careful about the pronunciation. Now, these are the things that you have to be careful about in different section, guys. And then you will be marked, again in the speaking test, you will be marked accordingly if the 4 things that you match, and then you will be given the overall score here. So there is no separate division, but an overall band is decided for speaking basis your second task, your first task, the third task, and that's how you will be assessed. Now coming to the complete score calculation. Here guys, the average of the 4 scores will be taken and then rounded off. For example, you get an overall score when once divided by 4 you got say 7.25. It will be rounded off and you will get 7.5. If you are getting say 7.75, it will be rounded off to 8. So that's an advantage that you get in IELTS. You get the upper limit of the score. So that's all guys for this video. If you understand how the scores are calculated, now you will be more aware and work on your weakness as well as the strengths. So good luck for your IELTS preparation and stay tuned to more videos.